Oh, well, since Nintendo, it's been a long time since they were in a controversy or had any other type of controversy, but this one is inside Japan and needs to once again because of their fucking fake physical media. So this is the headline from Automaton once again. Nintendo Switch 2 game keycards not eligible for preservation by Japan's National Diet Library, official says. I'm aware of this one. It was created with the creator of Love Hina about preservation of the good stuff among many other Japanese politicians that are aware of, yeah, preserving the original creations before the fucking globalist destroys them. So, well, storing over 9,600 Japanese video games in proper archival conditions, the National Library is a key institution for domestic game preservation. The National Diet Library (NDL) says that games released on Nintendo Switch 2's game keycards will not be eligible for preservation, source Famitsu. The NDL is one of the largest libraries in the world and is also Japan's only legal deposit library, meaning that it mandates domestic publishers to submit copies to all new publications for collections and preservation purposes. But well, the, this is the key part. They didn't want you to own anything. That's why I'm laughing to the morons that decided to buy this Nintendo Switch 2. So I still have my first one, and I know that even those cards that I have actually have the game, at least for some of them, because not all of them. Games like I have said, if you look at Capcom's with Devil May Cry series, the Resident Evil series that they released in that console, the only one game was in the cartridge, and the rest was a fucking downloadable code. Even with Borderlands the Handsome Collection Edition, or in the worst case like the Bioshock trilogy, where that said trilogy you need to download the three games from their server, so no, they're not legal copies. But for the rest of the games and content inside Japan, yeah, with the first Switch, they were in the cartridge. And they are saying, hey, why this shit is not in the cartridge? Oh, well, we know the answer, but they don't want to tell you that. I'm going to get to that later. As October 2000, the library started housing media such as video game CDs and cartridge in proper archival conditions, becoming the key institutions for preservation of Japanese games. Currently, NDL possesses over 9,600 video game titles, including the most titles published domestically since October of 2000. Yeah, they are building the library. Only physical releases, and some titles published prior, collected via donations. When asked about the Switch to game keycards, NDL representative says that only physical media that contains the content itself is considered eligible for preservation. Since a keycard on its own does not qualify as content, it falls outside of our scope for collection and preservation. And I have to wonder if they go full scorched earth and they demand Nintendo to bend over, spread their butt cheeks, and make those cartridges actually having the fucking game. Yeah, it will be the best case scenario. Yeah, for once Nintendo they are not going to have their bullshit tolerated. It's good if that ends up happening, but we cannot say that for sure. As keycards merely serve as key for downloading a game to your console via internet, the library is essentially treating them to same as digital online releases. At the same time, contrary to regular digital releases, games stored on keycards require you to insert a card into your Switch to each time you play as per Nintendo, meaning that the quote-unquote physical aspect for them is not zero either, despite game data not actually being stored on them. And they still they are going with this because yeah they don't want you to own anything. Hell man, they are not different than Steam. And yeah, Steam, despite being the best platform, yeah, they even had to actually state that by law in the US that What they are selling is not games. They are licenses. And even that doesn't guarantee if those licenses are going away if there is a conflict of interest. But still, since it's PC, oh, I really enjoyed this game. Oh, fucking Steve decided to take that away from my library. Well, time to sell the 7 Cs. I still have my ways. And even if you want some physical goods, I remember even with all the physical media, we used to have the manuals, posters, cars, and they were in the base game. You don't even need to pay more than that, like it is with those from limited run games. We used to have even that physical content. I remember even that in PC games when there used to be physical on disc. Like having the manual and those were chunky and seeing all the good content. Even all of that, they are just taking that away from physical media. And with collector's editions, it's just only a steelbook with the disc of a cartridge and nothing else, and some redeemable codes. Not even that quote unquote collector's digital content is not even in the fucking disc. And it used to be like that. Like Need for Speed Carbon, the collector's edition, the exclusive cars were in the fucking disc. They were in the files of said disc. No, all of this fucking nonsense with physical media from this corpus is tiresome. And I also want that even to this day, I would like to, even if it's something from PC, I would like to buy it actually in a physical form, only because I'm kind of a collectionist. I'm enjoying it. But nowadays it's not fucking worth it. And Nintendo is just making the case that they want to be a worse version of Steam. Right now they are worse than Steam. What these fuckers basically did, they went far and beyond than what Microsoft did back in the 2000s with games for Windows Live. Continue on. Japan's NDL has recently begun archiving digital books and magazines, which had not been a thing previously, which could mean the rules could change for video games to somewhere down the line. But for now, new games releasing a Switch 2's cheaper alternative to physical cards will be left out from preservation efforts, much like download only games. And even it's funny, like seeing that all the drama with the surveys that Nintendo has been making, and they immediately shut down when they get overwhelmed because people want actual physical media. And when even I remember seeing someone mentioning that these same Japanese officials asked Nintendo executives, "Hey motherfucker, why you decided to make this physical media like this?" And they refuse to say it because we know the fucking answer. They don't want you to own anything, not even the physical games. They want you to, the rest of the game must be downloadable from whatever X platform. Like even this controversy was also something that we heard from when they released Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 remake. It was just a fucking key. You need to download 250 gigabytes. Even that shit being the unoptimized crap that we already know how Activision make. It was not in the fucking disc. It's funny seeing that even Japan are acknowledging, hey, these fuckers really destroyed any type of physical media preservation. Yeah, they did. And you know what? Even I will praise even for the government, well, at least this division that really wants to make these preservations, to immediately make Nintendo to drop this fucking nonsense of the key cards, only for them to be slapped for once. Well, I don't think it's going to happen. Nintendo is still too much powerful that even they will make some of those uh, government organizations to make them bend over in their favor when they are dealing with power lawsuit. Shh, yeah, it's how it is. But at least, yeah, spreading the word. And also, the only good side of this is that we are seeing how the third party developers are noticing that, yeah, the reason that even someone will buy Nintendo Switch 2 if they wanted the third party games is if they are in a physical phone, in a real physical phone. Otherwise, now they can get fuck over. They would rather play those on PC. So that's it. Thanks for watching and please take care.